In this video, we're going to talk about how to use your graphing calculator. More specifically, we're going to be playing with a TI-84. And if you don't know what that is, that's just one of these fancy graphing calculators. You can also use a TI-36X Pro, a TI-36, a TI-30X. The options are really unlimited, but what I'm really going to be showing you in this video is the TI-84 Plus. If you have another calculator and you're confused or you can't find what we're looking for on your calculator, be sure to approach your instructor and have a conversation and make sure that that calculator is going to work for all practical purposes in this class. So we're going to talk about how to enter some numbers. We have a button on our calculator. It looks like an EE or an EXP button. Well, I just want to make sure that you guys know that the EE or the EXP button is not the same as the anti-log 10 times button. Now, we don't have to worry about that button, the anti-log, until much later in the semester. So I just want to reiterate, the EE or the EXP is not the same as the anti-log button. So let's talk about some small little nuances. The difference in a negative sign and a subtraction key. What you have right here is a negative sign. It looks just like a subtraction key, but it's in parentheses. And that's going to be your negative sign key. Then you have your actual subtraction key, and that is just subtraction key. But what you want to work with when we're dealing with exponents is a negative key, okay? Negative sign key. So I want to talk about what a hat sign looks like. We will not talk about hat signs in Chem 1 or Chem 2, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because it does, you do see something like this on your calculator, and I just want to make sure that you understand this symbol right here is a hat. This is used for more statistics than chemistry, but just since we're talking about the calculator and how to operate it, I figured I'd throw that in there for that video. So let's talk about the second button. Now, what is a second button? Do you see this button right here? It's going to be on the upper left. It's blue on most calculators, including the TI-84, the 36X, and the 30X. But what does that do? So do you see the buttons on the calculator, and you see the blue that sits right above where the actual buttons are? If you hit the second button and then any of the blue keys, that is going to take you to the blue key. Well, obviously I've highlighted right here the EE because that's what I'm really concentrating on for this video, is that EE key. So you have to press the second button and then press, which is blue, and then press the EE key, which is actually your comma, but look right above it, and that's a blue EE. So let's just talk about how to report your answers. I do keep stressing on the EE or the EXP button, but I really want to make sure that you understand your EE or your EX actually means times 10 to the exponent. That's all it means. It's just easier to insert it into your calculator that way. But I also want to make sure that you understand this is a calculator function. You are not going to report your answers using EE notation. So your answer will never be 7 EE 23. Your answer will always be 7 times 10 to the 23. So just want to reiterate that EE or that EXP button, that is simply a calculator function, and you're not going to use those to report your answers in notation. You're just going to have to write out your answer in true scientific notation. Now, if you're confused about scientific notation, you might want to find our video on scientific notation and how to use the decimal point. So let's just do a couple of examples. This is going to be the first one. We have 8.045 times 10 to the 23. All right, well, we're going to enter this into our calculator as 8.045 times n to the 23. Let me take you over and show you an example. All right, we have our online TI-84 calculator, and I'm just going to show you how I would enter this in. So go to the keypad. I have 8.045. Then I have to go to my second button. Here we go. And then to my EE. My EE is in blue right here, my comma, right? And then my exponent, 23, and I will enter, and that is my answer. So 8.045 E23, which actually reads 8.045 times 10 to the 23rd. Remember, when we are writing our answer, again, I know I keep reiterating, but if you write it incorrectly, it's going to be an incorrect answer. And these are very controllable. So you want to make sure that you are entering the 8.045 EE to the 23, right? But you do not use an exponent when you're entering it in, all right? We have an example number 2 that we want to do. Let's go ahead and see what we have working for us over here. So we have 8.045 times 10 to the 23 multiplied by 7 times 10 to the negative 2. So when we enter in this 8.045 times 10 to the 23rd, we're going to enter it in as 0.045 EE23. It's the exact same thing for the other side, right? We're going to enter that in as 7 EE negative 2. Remember, when we're using our calculator, we're not entering in exponents if we're using our EE key. Our EE times 10 to the 23rd. So let's go back over to our calculator and see if we can make some sense of it all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put into my calculator the exact same way I read the problem, parentheses and all. So open parentheses, 8.045 times 10 to the 23rd. So I'm going to second EE 23, and then I'm going to close that parenthesis. I'm going to multiply it, open parenthesis, 7 times 10 to the negative 2. That's a second EE, my negative button right here next to my enter button, negative 2, close that parenthesis, and problem solved. 5.6315 E22, which translates when you're writing it on paper to 5.6315 times 10 to the 22nd. Okay, so let's just do one more example with our calculator. The calculator is very, very important to make sure that you're getting the right numbers and the right values. So I just wanted to do one more. This is a little lengthy, but easy enough. So we have 7.6 times 10 to the 2 minus 543.47 plus 0.9552 plus 1.113. Now I'm going to pop back over to our calculator, but I want you to remember that we are not using exponents. So I'm going to enter this in exactly as it reads. I'm going to open parentheses, 7.6 times 10 to the 2, which is second EE 2. Close that parenthesis, and I have minus 543.47 and add 0.9552 plus 1.113. And there's my final answer. I got a 218.5982. We don't really have to worry about scientific notation with this one, and that's going to be your final answer. That's going to be our final example for today, but I just wanted to reiterate that if you have questions about your calculator, you can ask your instructor. You can refer to the user's manual. If you don't have the user's manual, most of them are readily available online in PDF form. Also, you could probably ask the library. If you are having issues with the calculator, please be sure to reach out to your instructor.